In this video, we're going to talk about the trading triangle of success. Don't know what that is? Well, check out the video and you'll find out. Kyle Hennerst here, and welcome to the channel. I've been trading for years on accounts ranging from a couple $1,000s all the way to $1 million plus. Now I run my own fund and really believe trading is the best skill in the world if you want to make some extra money from home in the fastest way possible. Problem is, there's a lot of bad trading info out there. We're on a mission to change that. That's why we're releasing all of my best content on this channel for free. We want your help to get it in the hands of as many people as possible. So each month we'll be giving away all of this channel's ad revenue to our top subscribers. All you have to do to enter your hat in the ring is subscribe and share the channel to as many people as possible. Let's learn and grow together. So I call this the trading triangle of success because it's really three key elements I think you need to be a successful trader. And no, this isn't some Zelda thing. You're not going to get magic powers by learning how to do this. But what you can be is a better trader by focusing on these three things and really being aware of how well you're doing with them on a day-to-day basis in your trading. And the first key of this triangle is patience. And patience is probably the biggest thing that I see new traders struggle with. And it's understandable, right? Like, you want to make money. That's why you're learning how to trade to begin with. But the more you try to rush that process, move before you're ready, the more you're going to struggle early on. Trading is a game of patience. You can't force opportunities to be there. The market doesn't care about how much you want to make money. The right opportunities are going to be there at the right times, but you need to have the patience to wait for those opportunities if you're going to be successful. And your ability to have that kind of patience is what's going to help you gain success faster. So for example, in my trading, I focus on one setup, I trade one thing. I have very, very key areas highlighted each and every day. And they may only be one or two areas that I'm even looking at to consider taking a trade. But most of it is just waiting for those areas to get hit before I consider entering, not trying to chase stuff all over the place because you want to make money in that moment. So the more patience you can have, the more success you're going to have as a trader as well. Now the second piece of this is discipline. It's one thing to have patience, it's another thing to actually do what you say you're going to do in the moment. And people have a tendency to struggle on either end of this, right? If they're making money, they want to make more, so they hold too long. If they're losing money, they don't want to lose money, so they hold too long. And you end up with a bigger loss. Or they do stuff like revenge trade after a loss. This is stuff that will inevitably lead to you dropping out of trading altogether. It's a discipline game. And you need to have an ability to set a system of rules and follow that system of rules over and over again. It should almost be robotic, where, hey, you say you're going to enter here, this is where you're going to sell, this is where you're going to stop out for a loss, this is the style of trade I'm going to take. I'm not going to vary from that at all. And part of that comes down with having a good strategy in the first place. That's a topic for another video. But once you have that strategy, the reason some people are successful with it and some people aren't comes down to discipline. And the more discipline you have, the more success you're going to create as well. And the third piece of this is emotional intelligence. Just your ability to handle adversity, to handle things that come your way and how you respond to it. After a winning trade, do you get excited and get right back in on another position that maybe you shouldn't? After a losing trade, do you try to force another trade right away to make that money back as soon as possible? This is a lack of emotional intelligence, and your ability to control your emotions is going to help you make better decisions as a trader. If you can't do that, you probably shouldn't trade at all, or at least practice first. And that's really the biggest tip that I could give you on working on these three elements, so having patience, having discipline, and having emotional intelligence, is practice it first. I know that you want to make money and you want to make money as soon as possible, and that will come if you can have these three things with the right strategy, but it's more important that you work on those three skills by practicing it first. So get into a paper trading account. If you don't know how to do that, we'll leave a link in the comments below for a method that I like in order to do that. Work on having discipline and following those rules over and over again. The temptation with practice trading is to just YOLO it, right? Like, oh, it's just fake money, so I'm not going to follow the rules. But just like basketball, football, any kind of successful athlete will tell you, you play the way that you practice. And you need to do the same thing with your paper trading, is you need to practice the way that you would actually trade with live funds. And the more you work on that discipline and emotional intelligence and practice and at smaller sizes, the more prepared you'll be to do it with real money. And that's when you can start making the big bucks, which is what everyone wants, right? So if you like more content like this, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one, guys.